Welcome back to Cult of the Dragon, everybody. Little D&D Adventure. So yeah, we left off last time where you guys were able to rid the town of all the baddies. Or so you hope so anyway. And sort of at the end there, the governor received a disturbing letter that apparently during the fight, his brother had been captured. It's been a long day for everybody. A lot of death and destruction, so you sort of decided that you'll come up with a plan in the morning. The governor sent word ahead to the inn to give you free beds, food, and drink for the night. So we are actually starting right there as we switch maps. Let this load on in here. So yeah, you guys walk into the tavern, and as you can imagine, the mood is pretty sour, pretty low. It's definitely not a tavern that is full of life and excitement. So now that you guys have stepped in the door, what are you doing?
What time of day is it?
I'm gonna say it's around 5 to 6 p.m. at night.
Pretty tired. But you think they got anything to eat there? And I mean, I know there's been battle and stuff, but I could maybe eat a little bit if they got something.
Well, I'm going.
Seem to be.
Go ahead.
That does seem to be a good idea again.
So you guys go ahead and
So-
or go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm going to go up to the bar and I am going to buy a round of drinks for everybody. And then, as a toast when they get their drinks, it'll be to the fallen.
Now, when you say everybody, are you talking about your party or everybody in the bar?
Yeah, everybody in the bar.
Okay. So as you you sort of walk from the entrance up past the tables, as I mentioned, it's a pretty low mood in there. You walk by a table of all guards. There's a couple of guards sitting at the bar. Another one at a table by itself. Another one kind of just sitting in the front of the fireplace. And you hear one talking about how his brother died today, and he's like crying a little bit. You know, as you walk up to the bartender.
Okay. All the more reason why I want to do what I want to do.
So he says to you, how can I help you, stranger?
Yeah, well, we are the party that your governor sent word about. And to start things off, I would like to buy everybody in the tavern currently a round of drinks and then have a toast to the fallen brethren of the guards.
That's mighty generous of you. Yes, the governor did mention you are coming. We've got rooms for you upstairs whenever you're ready. And all the free food and drink that you can have. And now if you're gonna buy a round for everybody in here, you'll have to pay for that for yourself, I'm afraid.
No, that's fine.
Ale, I presume, or something else?
Sure, L's fine.
All right. So he starts filling up all the cups, and the waitress comes over there and helps him a little bit. He starts putting them on the bar for you.
Okay. I'll get passed out to everybody, then I will call for the toast.
So are you walking around to all the guards in there and passing it out?
I could do that, and then I could offer a little, condolences or, just a brief prayer or word of, comfort or whatever.
Yeah. And I'll say the waitress helps you out as well. But yeah, as you're giving them the free ale, they're definitely thanking you. So as Jalen is doing that, what are you two doing?
Well, Gex would be, even though he was raised in Waterdeep, but mostly on the streets at an orphanage, he is a little wary, but just how obviously he has not always been as well received. I know, shocking, um, uh, by people seeing him as a goblin. So he's not like being very standoffish or anything like that, but he is just kind of being cautious and not wanting to disturb anybody. He also understands that the having understood the situation with people having lost life and everything like that, that the mood is a little somber.
I kind of nudge Gex over to the empty table and go and have a seat and to wait for Jalen.
Oh, yeah, sure, good idea.
And of course, Jonathan took a real beating out there, so you're probably not feeling the best.
Good way of putting it.
He should be feeling magnificent. He has a great healer.
Healing's good and all, but it doesn't remove the aches.
Yeah, I'm actually going to say, and I thought I had this on one of my sheets, but I don't. I'm going to say that Jonathan is actually suffering from a level of exhaustion.
A good suggestion on coming over here. I just didn't want to be in the way of everybody and everything like that. But you look, don't take this the wrong way. You look like you got beat up by a Dragonborn, pretty much, yeah.
A little bit of Dragonborn, a little bit of Drake. You know.
Well, I'm sure some good food, maybe a little bit of ale and a good night's rest. That'll do you good. That'll do you good.
Oh, yes. I think we all could use that after this long day.
And I don't want to take this the wrong way, but have you been in many fights?
I grew up in a small town village. There were not many opportunities to be involved in such a big fight as what we are involved in today.
Well, hey, many people won't say this, but almost every one of these people have been knocked down a time or two. So, take it with a grain of salt. You did fine, kid.
Thanks for the encouragement.
Sure.
Right. I'm going to ask the bartender for some food, and then I'm going to join Gex and Jonathan.
Yeah, sir. If you have a seat, the waitress will grab your order.
All right. Thank you. Come over and pop two more, or the rest of the ales on the table, and then not a bad day for ridding a town, huh?
No, not a bad day indeed. Good speech, by the way, too. Good job.
Thank you. A little tired, a little mentally exhausted. Jonathan, how you holding up?
Oh, doing all right. I appreciate the save out there. Things could have been a lot worse.
That is what I'm here for. Is this your first real battle? Not, saying that you haven't been in any battles, but you're, I guess, of this magnitude.
Yes, it is. You could hardly even call previous encounters I've had as scuffles.
Well, you did well. Nobody died.
Thanks to you.
So as you guys are talking, the waitress comes over real quick and she says, "What can I get you? We've got two main options tonight. We've got a course of ham or turkey, along with vegetables or potatoes."
I will take the ham and potatoes.
Okay. And how about you, little one?
Think I'll try the ham and the taters. Those veggie things, I don't necessarily need those, but if they come with a platter, that's fine.
Yeah, and you, sir? Looking at Jonathan.
I will have the turkey and some veggies.
All right, I'll be back shortly.
I'll take his taters.
So she runs back to the bartender and kitchen area and gets that prep for you.
All right. Well, tonight we'll get a good night's rest. Do a little bit of shopping in the morning. I gotta restock on some arrows. Loot we picked up. We picked up a scimitar that looks like it is special. And then we have this black leather armor that not too much damage, but high quality. Not sure we want to go around wearing it, but we might be able to sell it for some decent money.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sell it or maybe trade it for something. You never know. But that the sword there, you say it's special.
Yeah, it seems special. It doesn't seem like your average scimitar. There's definitely something about it.
Well, I'm just saying I might be able to check that out a little later, maybe in the room. and
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
able to see if I can figure something out with it.
All right. Yeah, let's do that and see if we can put it to use or, again, sell it. Probably don't want to sell it here, but when we get to a larger area.
It may be a nice upgrade to your current short sword.
Maybe, or it could just look fancy. Sometimes they like to do that, upcharge you on that.
The waitress comes back to the table with your food. Here you are, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
By the way, Jalen, did you get me the large on the ale there?
I got you a pint. Just because the pint is half the size of you, it's still a pint.
Ah, I haven't had. Thanks. Usually they give me a smaller glass. I appreciate it.
The waitress says to Gex, Mr. Goblin, we do have some wine available if you're interested in that.
Oh, sure. I might have some later after this.
I think he's got all the wine he can handle. He might just need some cheese.
Ah, I see what you did there. That was funny. I might take some cheese though too. I mean, if that's offered, maybe a wine and cheese platter afterwards. Ah, just kidding.
The stinkier the better, right?
Who wants stinky cheese? That's ridiculous. That's gross. Now let's dig in.
Yep, I'm gonna say a little prayer over my food and then commence to eating.
Yeah.
So as you guys are enjoying your meal, you're chatting back and forth a little bit. You continue to like overhear some of the guards just talking about some of the struggles they had and some of the epic fights and battles that they had. One of them mentions that he took on 3 kobolds by himself and defeated all of them, and another one is like, well, I took on 3 of the black coated guys by myself and I killed them. Hard to say whether or not they're telling the truth at this point.
Do we hear anything out of the ordinary?
No. It's been a while. The waitress comes back and... is there anything else I can get you?
I'm good, but that was very good.
Yes, a substantial meal, and I think I'm going to prepare to retire for the evening.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot these. And she reaches into her apron pocket and pulls out the keys to your rooms and gives them to you guys.
Well, thank you very much.
All right,
Yes.
I am going to excuse myself from the table. Thank the waitress again. As I walk by the bar, I'll thank the bartender and ask him what I owe him for the drinks.
Gex is gonna leave a a gold on the table for the guys tip for the meal and everything like that for the waitress.
So the response to Jalen from the bartender, he kind of looks at you and says, "Well, from what I've heard, you've helped out the town quite a bit. I'll give you a good deal. How about just 1 gold?"
Okay, I'll put 2 gold on the table and tell him to split the other one with his waitress.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. Jonathan, I think I'm also heading upstairs, so see you in the morning. Yes.
Have a good night.
Yeah. And you'll notice that the place is starting to empty out. At this point, it's probably 9, 10 o'clock.
I go ahead, place a gold on the table, and head up to my room.
So with that, the night passes without incident. I will say before that, is there anything that you guys did in your rooms or anything that you wanted to mention?
Gex would have got the scimitar from Jalen since they talked about it before, and then he would have done detect magic as a ritual.
Okay. So yeah, you would have learned that it's the scimitar of speed and all the stats with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can actually display that on the screen, or what if I do this? Oh, I can do, hold on, I can do this. Hold on, show to players.
Who's I'm not sure the layout or whatever, the other rooms or whatever. Uh, whose room would be right next to Gex?
I'll let you guys decide that. We'll say up top there's 6 rooms in total, and it's a square, so like 3 on one side of the hall, 3 on the other.
I would imagine that there would be 2 on one side and 1 across from them, so we're fairly close together.
So if anybody was not completely asleep, they might have heard Gex. Whoa. That is a nice sword.
So,
Jonathan would have stopped to think about the mistakes that he did in the previous battles and letting his anger get a hold of him. But at this point, he thinks his secrets are still safe.
So yeah, so with that, the night passes without incident. Is now the next morning. You guys get up and come back down.
out of character, would that be a long rest?
Yes. Yep. Long rest for everybody. So you get everything back. All your HP, your spell slots, everything.
All right, before we head downstairs, I'm going to knock on Gek's door and ask him what he found out about the sword.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa! Keep your pants on. I'll be right there. Pops down out of the bed and then opens the door. Yeah. So yeah, it's not just a fancy looking blade. It's known as the Scimitar of Speed. And then,
Sounds fancy.
oh, it's a little bit more
Yes, well-
fancy. Slice and dice is what I'm saying. I would, it might be something you ought to hang on to. I would the same. But that or unless you think of selling it. But yeah, I'll tell you all about it on the way down to breakfast.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll head downstairs and have a seat at the table we sat at the night prior.
Gax would have then told him about like everything it can do and stuff like that, and then handed it back to him.
Jonathan would have just come out of his room and headed straight downstairs. Saw the table where the others were seating and joined him.
So the waitress comes over again and she says, "Good morning. Did you sleep well?"
I did. The beds here are surprisingly comfortable.
Well, thank you.
It was a good rest.
I do what I can to maintain the place. This morning we have eggs, bacon, sausage, a little bit of everything. Does that sound good?
Everything sounds great.
Agreed. Everything.
Is there any sort of gravy or something back there in the kitchen, maybe?
If that's what you want, I'm sure I could find something.
Yeah, just kind of put all that and then put the gravy on top of it. That'd be perfect.
You sure you don't just want a bowl of gravy there, Gek?
No, I'm watching my figure. I'm not on the gravy diet anymore.
Okay, I'll be back. Yeah. As you look around, there's some guards also having breakfast, along with a few just normal like citizens.
How is the mood?
I'd say it's definitely better than last night, but people are still being a little, maybe more quiet than normal.
So, Jalen, this is all related to your quest. What do you think we should do next?
Well, I think we need to talk to the governor about his brother again. That'll give us a good chance to do some more investigating, and then at some point, I believe we need to head back to Burdusk and report in.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't know we need to head back to Berdusk, or I didn't know. I don't know. Maybe the governor might need a little help with his brother or something. I don't know. Just an idea. I mean, I hate to
Yeah, I
see his
definitely think we're
brother.
gonna end up having to help with his brother. Obviously, we can't leave, or we shouldn't leave anybody in danger like that. And like I said, more encounters with the cult or the cultists or whatever they are will give us some more information to take back.
That's true. That's true.
Here's your food, gentlemen.
Considering all that,
Thank you.
thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Considering all that happened yesterday, I would not be surprised if we run into that dragonborn again.
It's highly possible. Probably run into some more too. I don't know what all this is about, and this kind of seems a little bigger than what I originally reported to Bird Dusk for.
So you guys are enjoying your breakfast.
What do you think's going on with these guys? What do you think they need all that money from a whole town for?
I'm not sure, but as I mentioned earlier, there's definitely something big in the works, and we need to find out what it is.
Well, remember, it wasn't just the money. They also went after the food.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they were like looting everything. So
One of the guards gets up and approaches your table. He just says to you guys, I hear you saved my brother yesterday. Thank you very much for assisting us. I don't know what we would have done if you guys wouldn't have come along.
There's no bother. Sorry for the ones you lost, and I'm glad we could help the ones we saved.
I just wish we could have done more.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
I think we're pretty lucky. I don't think too many homes were lost. Just got to make sure we try and get everything built back the way it was before winter hits. So we only got a couple months.
Well, hopefully this respite will give you the time to do that.
Yeah, indeed. Well, thanks again. I got to head out on patrol.
Be safe.
Nice, great town they got here. Good people, real good people.
All right, now I'm going to finish breakfast, pack my stuff up, and ask the bartender if there's a place in town that I would be able to restock my arrows and other gear.
Ah, yes, absolutely. Actually, just across the street there is the general market. They might have what you're looking for. Otherwise, the blacksmith is just down the road as well. I would check with them.
All right, thank you, my friend.
Oh, well, that's all I can handle there. Yeah, there's a lot of food. A lot of food. I think better step away from the table and maybe head outside and do some walking.
Yeah, looks like you better. You're getting a little bloated there.
Yeah, yeah. Wait till you get older. You'll see. Ah. Yeah, let's go.
As Gex walks up to the door, I'm going to ask him if he stole a pillow.
No, but that's a good idea. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't steal a pillow. Ha. And I see what you did there. Don't think I didn't know it. Although we moved on past short jokes and now we're doing fat jokes. Great. Love it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch you guys back to the town map. So yeah, as you step out, this area that you're in is the the market area, and so there's a little bit of a hustle and bustle, people checking out the buildings. You were able to stop them from looting the general store, so that is good. But yeah, here real quick, yeah, this right here where I'm pinging now, this is the general store. And this building is blacksmith.
So what all kinds of supplies you're picking up, Jalen?
I need to restock my arrows. Lost a few chasing down that dragonborn yesterday.
I would swear that we almost had him too.
He was pretty dang quick.
Yeah, he was.
While you're in there, you mind doing me a favor and checking to see if they have any healing pots?
Sure.
I need a refill.
So yeah, as Jalen steps in the general store, yeah, they definitely have a variety of goods. You are able to find a few bundles of arrows sort of hanging on one of the walls. You also do see a little shelf where they do have some healing potions.
Okay. I will grab a bundle of arrows and ask the storekeeper how much he's asking for the healing potions.
Yep. So the bundle of arrows, the bundle size is 20. That is going to be 4 silver.
Okay.
And then when you look at the rack of potions, it looks like they have only 5 healing potions.
Okay. And I ask him.
Yep.
I was just going to ask him what he's charging for them.
Yep. So yeah, regular healing potions are 5 silver apiece.
Okay, so I will bundle up all 5 of the healing potions, grab my bundle of arrows, look around, probably not seeing anything else that I would need, and take those to the counter to check out.
Okay, give me just 1 second. Okay. So yeah, as you're at the counter checking out, You notice that he's got a couple of potions behind the counter, kind of on a shelf.
Okay. I will ask what. Well, let's first let me. I want to see if I can identify them by looking at them first.
Okay.
What would you say? Insight?
Yeah, we can try that. You know everything about potions. So the two potions that you're eyeing, one is a potion of advantage, and the second is a potion of fire breath. And if you need to know what those are, I can put the info in chat.
Oh, I won't need those right now. How much do you want for the two potions behind you?
Ah, yes, those. One is a bit more common. The other one's a bit more rare. I would say for this one, he's holding the potion of advantage. Probably 2 gold. And then this one, I'm going to have to say 10 gold.
Okay, I am going to pass on both of those, but when I go back outside, I will let the other two know what they have in there. And then I want to pay for what I do have.
Okay. And I will go ahead and post the descriptions on those in chat if anybody's curious. So the top one is the potion of advantage. And then the other one is going to be the fire breath.
All right. Do you have anything else that I might be interested in?
As you look around, you see a lot of just pretty basic stuff. Like there's rations, there's basic adventure gear, a little bit of like just general clothing items. You know, the type of normal stuff you would see in a small town shop.
Okay. So I am 29 silver. What's that? 2 gold and 9 silver?
Yep, that'll work.
I pay him and then thank you for his time. And then I'm going to head back outside and I will tell the other two about the 2 potions that are inside if they're interested. And then I'm going to head to the blacksmith.
Wow, I'm surprised they had potions like that. Anything to interest you there, Jonathan?
I mean, that advantage one would be interesting, but I'm not sure it's worth the price. What about you there, Gax?
Nah, not really my thing. Exactly. The fire breath might be fun at parties, but might not turn out so good. You know, afraid of exhaling at the wrong time.
Yes. You should run and catch up with Jalen. Make sure he doesn't accidentally sell that valuable sword you mentioned.
Oh yeah, I don't think he is, but we'll see what he's doing.
So you enter
Once
in the blacksmith shop, and as you enter in, you notice that his door is broken.
Okay, I'm going to, kind of cautiously prop up the door, move it out of the way as I move in, and as I walk in, I'll look at the blacksmith and say, "It looks like you took a bit of damage yesterday."
Yeah, it appears so. I'm taking stock right now. Looks like those fiends got in here and took some stuff.
Oh, sorry to hear that. What do you have left by chance?
Yeah, he kind of looks around. He's like taking like a quick inventory, and you can see that he's got some like basic swords and armor kind of hanging around. You can also see some spots where there's some stuff missing. He says, "Well, it looks like they didn't get everything. It very much looks like a quick run in, grab stuff, and leap kind of situation."
Oh, I'm glad to see you didn't lose all of your stock, but it sucks that you lost anything at all.
But yeah, if you need me to make you something, I can certainly look into it.
I don't think I need anything made at this point in time. Maybe on our return trip, we'll look into that.
Hey, Jalen.
I bend down on one knee to get close to Gex. Yes, sir.
You don't think maybe they swiped the sword from him, do you?
I don't think so. Not judging by what he has in here already.
Okay. Well, it's like if you tried to offer him the sword and he's like trying to buy back his own sword. May not look good. Just say.
Man, I would. Even if we were to sell it, I wouldn't be selling it in a small town like this.
Okay. Just checking.
All right. Say good day to the blacksmith, and then I head back out to the town circle.
Yep, definitely come back, guys, if you need anything.
Will do. So.
And add a character, Kidley. I messaged you something about what my character just did.
Gotcha. Oh, 10-4 on that? I'll add that to your inventory.
So we heading back to the keep now? Or?
First off, let's see. I picked up 5 healing potions. What do you guys have left for healing potions?
I got one regular and one of the greater. That's what I've got.
I have one regular left.
Okay, and I have both of mine still as well. So I'm going to give 3 of these healing potions to Jonathan and then 1 to Gex.
And how much do I owe you for these potions?
Nothing. I'm sure at some point we'll be trading back and forth plenty before this is over.
Okay, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, as you're in the town square, there's a few other shops that are also there, but they don't appear to be open yet. Based on the signage, it does look like one of the shops might actually be like a potion herb type shop, but that's one of them that's not open just yet.
Okay.
It's unfortunate that that store's not open. We might want to come back later on in the day.
I don't know. Looking at the blacksmith place that got busted up, some of them may not open for a few days, maybe. I guess it depends on how long we're gonna be here, you know.
All right. I think we should head back to the keep and look for the governor and talk to him more about his brother.
Not like
Sounds good.
Yeah. So as you guys are walking through town, you see some more like guards walking around. You see some citizens walking around. A lot of them are, assessing damage or trying to see if they can help their neighbors, that sort of thing. The area around the fort is definitely busy. A lot of guards like walking around. They're doing stuff. They're carrying crates. There's a couple guards out front. For the most part, they're ignoring you.
So, do we just go in?
Yeah, I guess if the gate is open, we can just go on in. If not, we'll approach one of the guards and let him know that we're looking for the governor.
Yeah, and the gate is open. So you guys walk into the keep and work your way up the stairs. You enter in the governor's little office there. You find him sitting behind his desk. As you come in, he looks up and says, "Ah, gentlemen, it is good to see you. I hope you rested well last night."
Yeah, we did. Nice little inn you have there.
Yes, Bartram can make a good ham.
Ham is well and good, but turkey's where it's at.
So with that, gentlemen, we'll get down to business.
All right. Tell us more about your brother, where we might be able to find him, anything else you know that would aid us.
Yes, I do feel like I've already asked too much of you, but I must once again ask for your help. Officially, I would like you to go find Leosin. They must have taken him to a camp that is nearby. My scouts report that the wagons of items that they did take headed to the northwest. We didn't scout too far, but if they have a camp nearby, it is not within a mile or two. It must be further out. But you might be able to follow the wagon tracks through the grass to figure out where their camp is. But if you can find him and bring him back here and assess anything else about this cult, I would be very appreciative of you.
Have there been any further sightings of the dragon?
No, nothing.
Anything else come to light since we saw you yesterday evening?
We have sent a messenger to Burdusk, but even with my fastest rider, it will take 3-4 days.
Okay. I think we are fully restocked. We are going to head off and see if we can follow the Ravagers to, you said, the northwest,
Yes, that is where I would start looking.
and then we'll head that direction and see what we can find. May not make it back for a few days. If we never come back, you know what happened.
Before you go, I would not send you on such an errand without some assistance. So he stands up from his desk and goes over to a little closet area, and he pulls out some boxes. So the first box he puts on his desk, and he kind of picks it up again, and it's a very small box, almost like the size of a ring. And so he walks up to Jonathan, and he takes the little ring box and he opens it, and he says, "This is a heirloom that has been in our family for generations. At this point, I'm willing to part with it. I think someone of your caliber could use it more than I ever could." And so the ring that he shows you is this. So he goes on to explain that this is the Ring of the Ram. And again, I'll put this stuff in your guys' inventory. But yeah, as you scroll down on that picture, you can see what it does. But yeah, the ring has 2 charges. It regains both charges daily at dawn. While wearing this ring, you can use as a bonus action to expend one of its charges to attack a creature you can see within 60 feet. The ring produces a spectral ram head that makes an attack roll. Or you can use the ring to essentially damage an object. But he hands this ring to Jonathan.
Well, I greatly appreciate this, sir. This seems to be a very valuable artifact.
Yes, may it serve you well. It's quite the powerful little thing.
Thank you, sir.
So he then goes...
I aid your brother.
So he goes back to his desk and he picks up the next box, which is more of a longer box, and he goes up to Jalen and he opens it up, and you see this inside the box. So the gloves of missile snaring. But yeah, the gloves meld into your hands as you put them on. And basically, what these do is you can catch projectiles that are fired at you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, these are very nice gloves. They've definitely seen some use in combat. I thought these might work well for you.
I will definitely put them to good use.
So he then goes to his desk once again, grabs another little box, and he goes up to Gex. You seem like a goblin that could use some luck, perhaps.
Never turned down the stuff at all. Love it. Love it.
So he takes the little box and he opens, and inside is going to be this. It's a little stone in the shape of like a cat's head.
It's a nice piece. Nice. Thank you. Very much appreciated.
Yep, and sorry, hold on one second. For some reason, my description on this one did not carry over. Even though I just made this thing.
It's there. It's just like gray or light gray.
Is it?
Yeah, while the polished agate is on your person, you gain a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws. Note, bonus ability checks, bonus saving throws, bonus initiative buff.
Trying to fix this here real quick. So yes, it is the Stone of Good Luck, or a Luck Stone, as they call it.
Jackson, maybe you'll be able to help out in the next fight.
Eh. You got anything for bad humor over there, Governor?
So, one other thing before you go. It might help if you knew exactly who you were looking for. So, my brother, his name is Leosin Windrunner. And that might sound a little strange to you, considering that is not my name. Quick version of the story is that our mother was an elf and our father was a human. I took on my father's traits when Leosin took on her traits. So he is a half-elf. He's also, and he's like trying to measure like how short he is. He's about this tall. So he's a little on the shorter side. But he gives you a description of what Leosin looks like, and the description essentially comes out to like this. So, as I said, if you can find him in a special situation, I'd be very gracious of you.
Add a character. Is that a Keyblade staff?
No, I don't think so. That'd be funny, though. So, with all that being said, do you have any questions for me?
I think we know all we need to know for now. We will be off and report back when we can.
All right. I do have. Is there something that maybe your brother would know? Maybe only you know? That, like, if we would find him, to make sure it's him?
Let me think about that for a second. It's not a bad idea. Like a code phrase or something, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly.
How about our mother's name?
That'll work. That'll work.
Yes. Our mother's name would be Elnora Windrunner.
Alrighty, we will do the best we can to find him before anything bad happens.
One final thing before you leave. If you follow the road to the sort of south out of town, we do have a stable. I will also offer you 3 horses for your journey. Except for you, Mr. Gex, we do have some ponies as well.
Miniature ponies? Maybe a large dog.
Hey,
He kind of laughs at that.
you got any of the leftover Drake things? I got no. I'm just kidding. A pony will be great.
Oh, good luck to you, gentlemen. I hope to see you soon.
Aye, you as well.
So you guys head down from the governor's office and outside the tower. Are you just heading directly for the stables?
Do y'all want to just head for the stables and get this going, or is there anything else we need to do?
Nothing I know of. I think we can.
I don't think we need anything else.
Alrighty, adventure awaits. And don't you say anything, Gex. I know that was cheesy.
What? What? He turns back and looks at Jalen snickering. Speaking of stinky cheese, I would just, oh, never mind.
So yeah, as you guys are walking, very similar to what you've seen before. More citizens just walking around, patching things up. You see a guard here or there. The stables will be this building right here.
Out of character, if our GM was a bit of a trickster, looking at the terrain here would be a great ambush spot.
You're right. That black dragon is hiding in those trees. So yeah, you guys enter in the stables, and there's a stable master there. And he immediately says, oh, I don't recognize you. You must be the ones the governor told me to keep an eye out for.
Yes, thank you, sir. We need 2 of your best horses and 1 of your fastest ponies. Or is it smallest? I can never remember.
Yeah, let me take a look at. I'm sorry, Mr. Goblin. What's your name?
Gex.
All right, Mr. Gex. I needed to see how tall you were before I could pick out an appropriate animal for you. Let's see here. Because horses are easy for, I guess, us normal folk. What do you think about the little brown one over there? Think that'll work for you?
Let me see. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think so. It's not one of those like old ones. It's gonna fall apart or anything like that.
Nah. She's young. Her name's Daisy.
Nice. That's a good name. Good name.
Yep. Here you go, gentlemen. Here's your 3 mounts. Good luck and good fortune to you.
I'll go ahead and mount up and wait for Gex and Jalen to do the same.
Okay. Tack up the horse and haul him outside and get ready to ride.
And with that, I believe you're venturing out of town.
All right,
So-
gentlemen, we need to head to the edge of town to see if we can pick up their trail.
After you. You are, after all, our tracker.
All right, I'm switching maps here.
I think he said to the northwest.
Obviously, this is not to scale. Between Burdusk and Greenest was 5 days. By foot.
Yep, I'm just getting cardinal positions.
Yep. So you guys start riding to sort of the northwest. I'll have all of you give me a... Can either... Actually, let's do investigation checks.
Okay. Ooh. I see trees.
Okay. So maybe it's because Gex is a little bit lower to the ground. You're able to pick up the trail of kind of where the wagons were cutting through the grass.
Yeah. Got the grass stuck in my mouth. Over here, guys. I see the tracks. Yeah. Oh, can you see me in the grass?
Ah, sort of. How can you see any tracks? All I see are trees in the distance.
This is kind of like when you're going through a cornfield and you hit the empty row, and you just come stumble it on it by accident?
No, I can see it. It's like right there.
So you
Yeah,
guys, or go ahead.
but no, it goes off this way, I think, at least as far as I can see it from there.
Okay, sir, then we will follow you.
So you guys ride to the northwest for 3-4 hours. At that time, I'll have you guys give me a perception check.
Gex is feeling glad that he took out his blanket from his little bedroll and put it on his seat. He said perception.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys are riding, and as I described, kind of in episode 1, this area in general is kind of gently rolling hills. You get to sort of the top of one of these little hills, and Jonathan, you spot in the distance, maybe like a mile out, you spot what looks like might be some like tents.
Heads up, y'all. There's something up in the distance, maybe a camp of some sort.
How far out?
Not far, just over a couple of hills. What? Can't you see it?
I see it now. I was focusing on the trail. You guys gave me a job. I didn't want to let you down on following the trail.
What about you, Jalen? You're our archer. Can't you see them yet?
Yeah, I can see them now. I was probably looking in a different direction, making sure nobody was following us.
You think it could be the camp we're looking for?
It's possible. It's hard to say.
Add a
But-
character. Do the tracks head that direction as where the tents are?
I'm going to answer that by saying roll an investigation check.
Nice.
So you can't tell.
I mean, it could be that way, but I can't tell based on the tracks.
Well, either way, it would do us some good to be cautious, even if they're not them. With everything that's happening in the area, we need to be on guard.
I mean, I know it's a few hills off, but since it's pretty much just grassland around here, should we leave the horses or keep riding?
No, I'd probably try and find a spot below one of these hills that we could tie off the horses and continue on foot so we can investigate.
All right, that sounds like a good idea.
And I will say that you would easily be able to find like a little pocket of trees or something similar to that.
All right. And then we will tie off the horses, obviously below the hilltops so nobody can see them from where we want to go. Let's go back up on top of the hill and then plot the best course of action that we can do some scouting as we approach and hopefully not be seen for as long as possible.
Sounds good.
All right, Daisy, you're in charge. Keep these other horses in line, okay?
So at this point, would you say that you're still about a mile from this tent area, or were you actually moving towards it?
We want to, excuse me. Probably want to get back up on that hill, see what we can see, and then see what course of action. Is there other hills in front of us? Are there hills to the side of us that we could use? What can we use as cover and concealment? Well, more concealment than to kind of approach that area as unseen as possible and gather information as we go.
Yeah. So the area that you're looking at does seem like it's in a little bit of a wooded area, almost like you can kind of see where this tent area or camp is, and then there's kind of like some trees around it, and then to the like north of that looks to be like maybe a forest. But you could definitely probably find some other, between here and there, there's like another like little hill or another little patch of trees or something.
I suggest that we try to move up to and hide in the trees that are closer to this camp. See what we can spot.
All right, so yeah, we want to use as much concealment as possible, keep approaching, gather information as we go. We probably don't want to get more than, half mile to the camp before we stop and actually discuss what we should do further.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and switch your maps again. And I'm going to reposition where your tokens currently are. So I'm going to say you guys are like way over here in the corner. So you're like in the tree line.
From this vantage, how much of the camp can we see?
So I'm gonna say, and again, you guys can correct me if you're doing something different, but I'm gonna say you're 100 yards from the camp. So you're like in the tree line, 100 yards from the camp. And from this distance, it's not. This is not the guys that you've been fighting. This seems like it's something different. But you're not 100% sure yet what it is.
Can we hear anything coming from the camp that would be discernible?
There definitely is noise. But I'd say 100 yards out, you can't really hear what they're saying.
Are they doing anything of note that we can see?
Yeah, they're kind of just like walking around. There's like a big you can see there's like a big fire in like the center of their camp. There's some that are like around the big fire. Some are going like in and out of the tents.
What do you think, guys?
So I'm just kind of roughly estimating. Let's see. So you said we traveled what, three to 4 hours on horseback from Greenest.
Yep. If we need to be more precise, we'll say 4 hours, and then from that spot till now, maybe another half mile. If you're trying to figure out distance.
I was trying to figure out like time. So probably what, past noon then?
Yeah, I'd say it's about 1 o'clock.
Should we try to approach and see if we can learn more, or do we want to divert and look for our quarry elsewhere?
I think maybe we could get a little closer. Maybe try to get a little bit more knowledge of who exactly is at this camp before we decide to go around them.
That sounds
yeah,
good. What do you think?
I think we should cautiously but openly approach. Maybe we can get some information from them.
Yeah, that's my thinking. If we know exactly who it is or who it's not, then definitely we can approach them for sure.
There's obviously quite a few of them in camp, so we don't want to surprise them and have them, attacking us. But if we can, walk in cautiously, peacefully, and see how things go from there. As always, be on your guard.
Yep, that sounds like a good idea.
I'll follow you. And I'll give you the opportunity to try to spread your message.
So as you get closer, you're able to see what they are, and they are centaurs, which you know to be generally friendly in nature. So it's like a tribe of centaurs.
So I'm going to hail as we, come close to camp, start entering camp, and announce that we are coming peacefully and we would like to approach.
Out of character. Peacefully says, pulls up a sheet of all their unpeaceful abilities.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Jalen, you're saying you step out of the tree line and announce yourself?
Yep, we wanted to let them know that people are coming into camp and we're coming peacefully.
Okay. There are a couple that are sort of patrolling as well. So as soon as you say that, there's a couple that sort of like trot up to you, and they say, "Who goes there?"
Hell, we are patrolling the area sent out by the governor of Greenest. We're just investigating the area. I assume you know of the attack yesterday on the town.
The governor, you say? Our chief is friends with the governor, but you say there was an attack? We know nothing of this.
Yes, some robed, what appeared to be cultists, and accompanied by a dragonborn and a drake of some sort, ransacked the town. We fended them off yesterday.
There was also a dragon flying about.
Yeah, big one. Right in the air.
They kind of look at each other a little bit, and they say, this cult with the dragons, we are aware of them. We found their camp, but we were not aware that they had attacked the town.
Yes, I can assure you they attacked the town. We dispatched several of them along with a drake, although a dragonborn did get away from us. So I'm afraid that they could be on guard and probably aggressive at this point.
If you will follow us into camp, you should speak with our chief.
Yeah, they'd be also driving through here with several wagons and such.
So they sort of escort you into the center of the camp, and you see a centaur that has like a headdress on, and he's more like flared up compared to the two guards that you just talked to, and they introduce you to the chief. They say, friends of the governor have arrived. And he gives you like a little bit of a bow.
Hell, that is true. The governor sent us out to patrol the area and see what we can find of the group that attacked the town yesterday.
Interesting. What more can you tell me about this attack?
Well, it was a fairly large group of humanoids and kobolds. They were accompanied by a blue dragonborn and a drake of some sort. As well as the attack was preempted by a dragon overflying the area.
Yes, that is quite concerning indeed. Yeah, I have met with the governor several times. He's been kind enough to let us roam this area from time to time. Our tribe moves all over the southern Sword Coast. But yes, this attack is very, very concerning.
Well, we want to continue searching the area, and we were following a trail that headed this direction of where they were hauling out carts and other things that they had successfully pillaged before we got there.
Yes, I don't know if my scouts told you this, but we have found their camp. It is not too far from here.
Did you happen to discern any information from their camp?
Not much. I advised my scouts to stay away from it as much as possible. There are quite a few of them. I fear that we may not have the numbers to defeat them. I'm sure it would be a very good battle, but I do not know. I don't want to risk my kin.
It is also possible they have a hostage. Did you see a place where the hostage might be kept?
I did not, but I don't. We have not been there for several days.
Well, yes, as my companion said, they do have a possible hostage. That hostage is the governor's brother, Leosin.
Ah, yes. The short elf. I have met him as well. Hmm. The fact that they have Leosin definitely changes my mind on a few things. But we must be cautious.
Did you have something in mind there?
Would you be up for a deal, perhaps? There's something else happening nearby that must also be answered. If you'd be willing to investigate this other issue that we are dealing with, I will tell you exactly where their camp is, and even send one of my warriors with you if you wish.
What sort of issue?
Just over to the east, not very far, a mile or so perhaps, there is a lake surrounded by trees. The locals call it the Lake of the Leaves. There is something unusual happening there. Something that my shaman cannot understand. If you would go there and investigate it, that would be our wish.
Anything specific we should be looking for or be wary about?
I have advised my tribe to stay away from that area once we found the issue. But I can tell you, and he kind of looks up at the sky a little bit and he holds his arms out. It is quite warm out. Once you enter the forest, it becomes cold. And that is not right. We don't understand how that could be happening.
Sounds like we need to go investigate this camp.
How cold we talking? Are you talking like a little shade because of the trees or really cold?
My men claimed they could see their breath.
Well, that's cold.
And we centaurs are not accustomed to the cold. We don't know if it's some sort of magic or curse, or if this issue spreads, it could threaten the entire southern region. We don't really know.
And where would you describe this area as compared to where we need to go for the cultist camp?
The Lake of the Leaves is just right over there, and he points to the east, where their camp is more, and he points like south.
I'll follow your all's lead on this.
How far, um, from your camp, is this, lake?
It is not very far, a mile or two at the most.
Well, if anything, we might want to get the horses.
If you have horses, I would not take them in there. But that is your choice.
We do have horses. If you would allow us to board them here while we are gone, we could, since they are opposite directions, we could probably investigate your area if you would be willing to provide backup assistance to us as we investigate the cultist camp.
Yes, we would be honored to assist you.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
All right. Well, what else can you tell us about the area? Want to be able to establish a comfortable knowledge of between here and the lake, what's around the lake, just being able to develop a tactical, a strategic plan.
Once you head towards the lake, there will be a little bit of an area where there are no trees, but the lake itself is in a very heavily wooded area. It's pretty easy to see.
Is it possible to approach that area and not be seen? Somewhere we may be able to take cover and gather more information before we open ourselves up to the lake and anything within.
Yes, I believe there is.
Okay. Well, at that point, I want to go back and grab our horses and bring them back into camp and sit down with us three. And you said a warrior was going with us?
A warrior will not go with you to the lake because he is forbidden.
Okay.
He is forbidden that, but they will go with you to the cultist camp.
Okay. So, yeah, I want to sit down with the three of us and develop a plan before we head out after we get the horses.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say that, yeah, and he has agreed to take care of the horses for you. So yeah, you guys go and you get the horses and bring them back. But yeah, I'd say you're back at the Centaur camp.
Okay, gentlemen, any ideas?
Well, I mean, this is just throwing out a guess or whatever, but I would say it's got to be magic or something. It's causing the area or lake to be that sort of that cold, I guess. I mean, that's just a guess. I mean, that's the one thing I could think of. But it's pretty warm out right now, so.
Okay. I guess we will head out of camp and get ready to head towards the area that he indicated. We could be able to enter that area without being seen, or maintain concealment so that we can, again, gain information before we expose ourselves to hazards.
Yep. So yeah, you leave the Centaur camp. So you leave like this little foresty area. You get to the open field, which is not that long, maybe 300 yards, and then you enter into the wooded area of where the Lake of the Leaves would be.
Okay.
And here, real quick, I'm gonna switch us maps one more time. We might have to adjust the position of your characters, but yeah, as soon as you enter in the forest area, you can immediately notice that the temperature starts to drop, and because of the vast difference in temperature between the warm and the cold, the area just surrounding this entire like forest area, it turns foggy. But the fog isn't actually like that thick or even that long. It's like the fog is it's almost like a wall of fog just covering like the outer limits. So you actually walk through that and you see that it's clear as the temperature drops, and we'll actually end the session right there.
Nice.
So this weekend, I got a job for all of you.
I didn't do it.
And that would be everybody gets to level up.
All right.
So yeah, if you just go to D&D Beyond, do one level. If you have any questions, let me know. And then I'll get everything updated for Tuesday, and you'll be at level 4.
Yeehaw. Okay, will do.
Yep.
But yeah, good session, everybody. So yeah, next Tuesday we'll be figuring out what is going on here at this lake.